Good morning, student. Today we are going to study our, our first lecture in the environmental engineering 2, that is about the lecture on the introduction and important definitions related to wastewater engineering. Okay, so first of all we will going to see the syllabus of the Nagpur University, which is designed for us related to environmental engineering too. So these are the course outcomes, and the evaluation scheme is of 80 marks of external examination, which is of theory examination, and 20 marks of internal marks, and examination duration is of 3 marks, which is if the examination is conducted via offline mode. Okay, so these are the outcomes, course outcome, that use the concept related to water and its quality, sewage, sewer, stormwater, etc. in its hydraulic design. Apply the knowledge of different components of sewer in construction, testing and maintenance of sewers. To test the sample of wastewater, to take up functional planning, design of sewer treatment plan for rural sanitation, perform of design of septic tank, analyze of the industrial wastewater and its treatment, make use of its knowledge of the air pollution and solid waste management and planning for its prevention and its control. So what the unit number 1 says for us, that is the general aspects of the environmental engineering, that is the study of wastewater. So what are the wastewater? That is the black water and grey water. This means we have to start the importance and the basic study of the wastewater. So what are the system of collection and conveyance of the sewage, means what are the various patterns and sewage collection mechanisms are available in the present scenario. What that is a separate and combined system, what are the patterns of the sewage collection systems. Now, how the quantity of stormwater and sanitary use will be calculated, what are the various types of sewers, how the various types of shapes, and how the hydraulic designs related to capacity, size, grade, etc. will be checked via numerical methods, or by using various types of numerical with the help of various types of empirical formulas or rational formulas. So this is all about the unit number 1. Similarly, unit number 2 is based on the construction of sewer, means how the sewer is laid into the ground, what are the various methods related to it, what are the sewer materials are involved while designing or while construction the sewer line. What are the sewer appendices, that is the manholes, street inlets, stormwater overflows, inverted siphons, flushing and ventilation. For house plumbing systems, means what are the house plumbing systems involves, sanitary fittings, appliances, traps, anti-siphonage, inspection chambers and intercepting traps, etc. How the sewage pumping is known to us, means how the sewage is pumped to the treatment plant, how the location of the sewage pumping is decided, what are the various types of pumps are used for the sewage pumping, and how the sewer is tested, and how the maintenance is kept of the sewage of the sewer. Sorry. Similarly, unit number 3 says about the physical and chemical characteristics of wastewater. What are the significance of BOD, COD, BOD rate constants, sewage treatment flow sheet, site selection of sewage treatment plant, what are its preliminary and primary treatment screens, grid chambers, oil and grease removal plants, setups and primary settling. That is, we have to design the primary settling tanks. That is, it is simple designs. That is, it may be the horizontal settling tank, or it may be circular settling tank. Similarly, unit number 4 says about the secondary treatment involved in the sewage treatment plant, means principle of biological treatment, activities such process, tackling filter, methods of disposal, sewage farming, self purification of stream, which is involved in the state of health equations, oxygen sac curve, reuse and recycle of sewage, means how the zero discharge concept is used, and sludge is digested by using sludge digesters, sludge drying pads, etc. Similarly, the unit number 5 is based on the rural sanitations, means how the sanitations is kept in the rural areas, means how the privies are involved in the rural areas, what are the various types of privies are used, means pit privy, aqua privy, biogas recovery, septic tank, including soak pit, including its design, that is the design related to the IS code, that is the septic tank design and the soak pit design. What are the sewage collection and disposal mechanisms, the next part involved in the unit number 5, that is the industrial wastewater treatment, how the significance of industrial wastewater treatment, what are its important physical and chemical parameters, unit operations and processes. Now, flow equalization, neutralization, adsorption process, chemical and biological treatment, means we have to discuss about in brief, means because the syllabus is saying to us that we have to discuss in brief. Okay, similarly unit number 6, means unit number 6 is changes to the main scenario, that is the scenario of wastewater, and it comes to or jumps to the air pollution and solid waste management, that is the how the what are the various sources of air pollution, what are the sources of solid waste, how it classified, what are its ill effects linked to the environment, how the prevention and control mechanisms are available, and introduction to the carbon credit system, and what are its significance to the climate change scenario. Now, which books we have to refer to study the environmental engineering too, that is the BC Punya, wastewater engineering by the Lexi publication, SK Garg, environment engineering, volume 2, standard publication, GSBD, water supply and sanitary engineering, and NC Mackey, water supply and sewage, McGraw-Hill publication, MN Rao and HVN Rao for the air pollution content, that is McGraw-Hill publication, and CS Rao, environmental pollution control engineering. So these are the 6 reference books available for us to study the second whole syllabus. Okay, now we are going to check the basic introduction about the syllabus or the subject, that what is environmental engineering is all about. That it is unhealthy for human, pets and wildlife to drink or come in contact with the surface or groundwater contaminated with wastewater, and hence it is required to treat the wastewater effectively or efficiently. So inadequate treatment of wastewater allows, means the wastewater is not properly treated, then it allows the bacteria, viruses and other disease causes pathogens to enter the groundwater and surface water, and it will pollute or contaminate the surface water or groundwater, which will further use for us for their drinking purposes or other household activities or other industrial purposes. Therefore it will contaminate, it will pollute the water if the wastewater is not properly treated, and that untreated wastewater that comes in contact with the raw water or the clean water. So it is a high time to discuss about the treatment of the wastewater. Thus it is necessary to study the environmental engineering too. Now, what are its ill effects? That is, the diseases like hepatitis, dysentery and other waterborne diseases may result from the bacteria and viruses in drinking water if the polluted or contaminated water if we drink. Okay. Similarly, oil and grease prevent the entry of light into the surface water, means it creates a turbidity into the water. Disease causing the organisms may make lakes or stream unsafe for recreation. Okay. The flies or mosquitoes that are attracted to and breed in wet areas where wastewater reaches the surface may also spread the diseases. Okay. Inadequate treatment of wastewater can raise the nitrate levels in the groundwater and make the water infertile. Okay. High concentration of nitrate in drinking water and are a special risk to infants. Okay. And nitrate affect the ability of an infant's blood to carry oxygen and a condition called methemoglobinemia, that is the Lee-Beebe syndrome. Means if the excess nitrate water if we consume, or if it, especially if it consumed by the infant, that is the newly born babies, that it will affect the ability of an infant's blood to carry oxygen, and that syndrome, or that disease we called as a methemoglobinemia, that is the blue baby syndrome. That is also the problem of it eutrophication, that is it will not penetrate the sunlight into the water, and it will create a green layer on the surface of the water. So, okay, this is the water and wastewater cycle. Means we will see the cycle from here, that is from the groundwater, from the surface water or subsurface water, that is the rivers, lakes, and groundwater, etc. We consume water, or we transfer the water through the intakes, and we brought it to the water treatment plant. We do the primary treatment, and we do the treatment of water required for it necessarily, and we carry out the whole process of treatment. And after the treatment, we disinfect the water with the help of chlorination, and we transfer, or we supply the treated water to the consumer. The consumer or the customer consume that treated water and generate the wastewater after the consumption of that treated water, and that wastewater is again transferred into the sewer lines or the pipes from the houses via urine, waste, sludge, sewage, etc. And that again wastewater, it comes to the wastewater treatment plant with the help of the sewerage system, and again that wastewater treatment plant effectively treat the wastewater, and again discharge that treated water into the water body. After the passage of after the distance travel, or after the passage of the distance, again that water become the fully fit for drink, and again that mixes with the natural body or natural river body. With the dilution, it all removes its impurities, and again it makes fit for the use, and hence these cycles continue, and hence this cycle is known as water and wastewater cycle. Okay, so what are the sources of wastewater? You can classify wastewater as domestic, industrial, or storm according to its origin. Means domestic means the wastewater which is generated from the household use. Industrial means the wastewater which is generated after the industrial consumption. Or storm water means the rainwater which is generally runoff in the form of rain according to its origin. Domestic sources include water used for normal activity in homes, businesses, and in institutions. Similarly, domestic wastewater is readily treatable, while the industrial wastewater is need many primary treatment and make it homogeneous after the neutralization and adsorption treatment. Okay, storm water often goes to a treatment plant, although it is usually low in pollutant, because storm water is nothing but the rainwater, and we assume that the rainwater is free from any impurity. But when it comes into the contact of the groundwater or the ground, it carries impurities with it, and hence then the storm water becomes impure, and hence we consider that the pollutants or the impurities are generally very low. Okay, so the storm water often goes to the treatment plant along with the combined sewer, along with the sewage of the domestic sewage, and hence it also goes to the sewage treatment plant. great amount of storm water can interfere with the treatment efficiency in two ways. Okay, in two ways. First, the storm water may cause too much dilution of the wastewater. Means if the storm water when add into the or mixes with the wastewater, it will cause too much dilution of the wastewater, and at the same time it may cause hydraulic overloading of the plant. Okay, if the storm water is directly mixes to the water body, that it is one and the other thing, but it will but when it mixes with the wastewater, it will causes overloading to the sewage treatment plant, that is the hydraulic overloading to the treatment plant. Means if we can assume that if treatment plant having capacity of treating the wastewater as 100 mld, and storm water is adding into it and creating a 50 mld, therefore the capacity of the sewage treatment plant becomes the 150 mld. So it will be an additional burden to the treatment plant for treating storm water along with the wastewater. So but as we have discussed it, that we assume it that it is not carry very much impurities, so it can be transferred directly to the treatment directly to the river body. So in most cases, wastewater system now call for separate storm system. So in such scenario, in most cases wastewater systems are having the separate pipe, that is separate system, and storm water systems are carrying separate pipe, that is storm water system. The general principle in wastewater treatment is to remove pollutants from the water by getting them either to settle or to float and then removing this material. Means we have to the basic principle or the general principle is in wastewater treatment is to remove pollutants from the water by getting them either to settle, either means we have to deposit at the bottom, or either we have to float it at the top of the surface of the water and then further remove it. But removal of the particle is mandatory. Okay, either it may be settle or it may be float. So some pollutants are easily removable and others must be converted into the settleable form before they can be removed. So some are easily removable by the floating condition, or some are easily removable by the settleable condition. So when they are having the more specific gravity, but some pollutants are remain in the suspension, so we have to convert it into a settleable form, either either by the coagulation process or by the flocculation process, and then they have to be removed. The treatment facilities are designed in stages, that is each stage either removes particles from wastewater or changes dissolved and suspended material to a form that can be removed. A modern wastewater treatment may include these stages. Which stages? These are the stages for removing the particles: primary treatment, secondary treatment, tertiary treatment, that is such as disinfection, and lastly effluent discharge. We will discuss in detail while we will progress in our syllabus. So these are as we have discussed in our syllabus, that these are the things which is going to discuss in our unit number 3, 4 and 5. So what is the aim of the wastewater treatment? To enable wastewater to be disposed of safely without being danger to public health and without polluting water courses or causing other nuisance. Okay, increasingly another important aim of wastewater treatment is to recover energy. Means we have to remove the means we have to recover as many as possible the things which can be recovered from the wastewater, nutrients, water and other valuable resources from the wastewater. So what are the important definitions are related to the wastewater? First, sewage, that is sewage is the bathroom sewage is the wastewater coming out from the bathroom, kitchen, washing places and wash basins. It does not create bad smells as organic matter content is less or is negligible. So first we have to understand what is sewage means. Sewage is the wastewater which is generally coming out from the bathroom, kitchens and washing places and wash basins. Okay, but it does not have any foul, it means it does not create any bad smell or foul smell as the organic matter content is very less or in negligible amount. Okay, similarly the sewage. Now the sewage is a liquid waste from domestic, industrial, commercial premises discharged to a wastewater network. Means network means the wastewater pipes or the sewers, means it's a liquid form which is generally released by from the domestic areas, industrial areas and from the commercial premises discharged into the wastewater network. It is extremely putrescible, means it is extremely putrescible means सड़ने वाली चीज़ें हैं, and decomposable of it produces very foul gases, very bad smells. It also contains pathogens, means it also contains the pathogens, means the microorganisms which can create the pathogenic diseases. It also includes the discharge. It also includes discharge from the latrines, urinals, stormwater, groundwater, and infiltration. So we have to understand that what is the sewage means. Sewage is the wastewater, especially discharged from the domestic, industrial, and the commercial premises. First, means it is highly putrescible and highly decomposable, and it produces very foul gases. It also contains pathogens. It also pathogens means it will be very pathogenic when we come in contact with it. It will create a pathogenic diseases to us. It includes discharge from latrines, urinals, stormwater, groundwater infiltration, etc. So these are the sewage. So what is the sanitary sewage? The sanitary sewage means or domestic sewage indicates sewage mainly derived from the residential building and industrial establishments. It is extremely foul in nature. It can be classified as domestic sewage and industrial sewage. So what is domestic sewage? So domestic sewage or wastewater is wastewater or sewage originating from toilets, urinals, kitchens, bathrooms, showers, baths, basins, such as from the residential areas. As it contains urine and excreta, it is extremely foul in nature. It contains urine, human urine and human excreta. It is extremely found in nature. What is industrial sewage? It is wastewater obtained from the industrial and commercial establishments. It mainly contains the organic compounds that may not be treated by conventional treatment process, as we have discussed it earlier, that it may have to do various processes, that is neutralization, absorption, adsorption, etc. Now what is grey water? Grey water is wastewater generated from the domestic activities such as laundering, dishwashing and bathing, which can be recycled on site for uses such as landscape irrigation and constructed wetlands flushings of WCs. Means these are the sources where the water which is generated and which can be recycled on the on-site for the gardening purpose, that is the landscaping, irrigation and the constructed wetlands, and also for the flushing of the WC, that is the water closet. The grey water differs from wastewater from toilets, which is designated sewage or black water to indicate it contains human waste. Okay. Subsoil water, it is the groundwater that finds entry into sewers through leakages. Means the subsoil water means when the water finds the leakage to the sewers and that water mixes into the ground, then that water is called as the subsoil water. It is the groundwater that finds entry into the sewers through the leaks. Okay. Sorry, I have said it wrong. That is, it is the groundwater that finds entry. Groundwater that finds entry into the sewers through the leakage, not the sewers which leaks into the groundwater. Similarly, storm water, that is especially the rainwater which is runoff of the locality. sewer means it is an underground conduit or the pipeline or the drain through which the sewage is carried to a point of treatment, discharge or disposal. What are the separate systems? Separate systems are those systems which carry the household, that is the domestic and industrial waste only. Means the separate system means the set of those sewers or those separate separate sewers, that means one set carry the only sewage, that is it may be domestic sewage or it may be the industrial sewage, and this second set carry the storm water. Similarly, this can be explained via this pictorial explanation, that is the roof drain, that is it is the storm water sewer, and this is the household waste pipe, that is the sanitary sewer. Means there are two systems or two separate sewers, and if the one system only one pipe is used in which both the wastewaters are mixes and carries through it, that is the combined sewer, and it carries only one pipe. Okay, this is the system of collection of sewage. Storm water drains are those drains which carry rainwater from the roof and surface street surfaces. Housed or building sewers, generally internal building sewers, that is the internal pipelines which carries the sewage of the building, is generally called the drain pipe or drain to the street sewers. Combined sewers, I have just now said that it carries both the sewage, that is the storm water, and the wastewater. This is only one set sewer. Lateral sewer means the sewer which collects the sewage directly from the houses. It indicates the first stage of the sewage collection. Lateral sewer then mixes with the then attached to the branch sewer or sub-main sewer, and then sub-main sewer is connected to the main sewer or trunk sewer, and then trunk sewer is connected to the outfall sewer. This is the and then outfall sewer is connected to the intercepting sewer. I have to show in via this example on this pictorial graphic. This is the this is the building, and that is first pipe, that is first type pipe is building sewer, that is the drain. Now this drain is attached to this pipe number 2, that is the lateral or branch sewer. So that is the internal drain when attached to the branch sewer, that is the community sewer. That the community sewer which is attached to the branch to the house drain is known as the lateral or branch sewer, and then lateral or branch sewer which is attached to the localized or the area sewer, that is which is run along the parallel of the road, is known as the main sewer, and then main sewer is attached to the trunk sewer, and then trunk sewer is attached to the intercepting sewer, and lastly intercepting sewer is the outfall sewer. So this is about the basic definitions which I have to tell you. So I think I have completed the important definitions and important basic nodal things which is going to discuss or which is come to us before us frequently in the coming future while studying the environmental engineering too. So these are the some objective questions here, that is dash is the wastewater coming out from bathroom, kitchens, washing places, and so I want these objective questions answers in the comment box via your name and your roll number. And dash is a sewer which collects sewage directly from the houses. Dash is rainwater runoff of the locality. Dash allows bacteria, viruses and other disease pathogens. What is separate sewers? Allows those which carry this dash. Dash are those which carries both sewage and storm water. Okay, what are the theory questions? Discuss the importance of wastewater. Define sewage, lateral sewer, submain sewer, trunk sewer. So I think I have covered all the basic introduction theory lecture of yours. Hope you have understood the content, and if you have any doubt, please ask in the Google Classroom. Thank you very much.